Hey guys, welcome back to Ancestral Healing. Happy Friday. It's a wet mullet kind of look today. Today we're going to be talking about what to expect your first month on a carnivore diet. So this is a video that I wish I had during my first month because I had almost all of these things happen to me. And luckily, I had a good support system, family who had been through it before, and they were very helpful. But it doesn't mean that I didn't struggle, and it doesn't mean that I wasn't, on my laptop or on my phone constantly doing research to find out how to fix these issues. So I'm here with this video to try to help you out. This is not to discourage you. It is going to be hard, but it's totally worth it in the end. So there's a number of things that can happen. I'm not really going to list them out. I'm just going to do it more conversational style. But first of all, one of the things that happens when you switch to a carnivore diet, especially if you're transitioning from like a super high carb diet full of sugar, is you may experience a keto flu, which consists of a number of symptoms. For me, the keto flu looked like feeling extremely tired. Um, I had a rash that I broke out on my chin and on my chest, and it looked like pimples, but it was itchy and it was red, super, super red, and all over my chin and all over my chest. Very, very itchy. And this appeared the seventh day into my carnivore diet. I did it cold turkey, so I completely just went, headfirst into the carnivore diet. And when I got this rash, I didn't know what to do, and my friend told me that he thinks it was a keto rash, and what I could do is eat a little bit of goat yogurt because it has a tiny bit of carbs, so that will kick me out of ketosis. Um, so I did that. After every meal, I would have literally 2 tiny tablespoons of yogurt, and within 48 hours, my rash just went back in. It just kind of disappeared. So just something to keep in mind. I don't know if that's called oxalate dumping, if it's my body just eliminating toxins. If that happens to you, have a little bit of goat or sheep yogurt. It will kick you out of ketosis, but don't worry about that. You can get into ketosis later if that's your goal. When you transition from burning sugar for energy to burning fat for energy, a lot of things will change. Your body's going to need to make a lot of changes on the way. If you have been used to eating a lot of carbohydrate foods, it really can feel like you're giving up some strong, strong addictions, like almost like giving up nicotine, cocaine. It does really feel like you're weaning off of a drug. You can experience things like brain fog, headache, chills, sore throat, digestive issues, irritability, dry mouth, cravings for sugar, bad breath, even a bad taste in your mouth, like maybe like a metallic taste, nausea, diarrhea. I had that really, really bad. Poor focus, decreased energy, rapid heart rate. I had that as well. Insomnia, a lot of energy at night, night sweats. One thing that I experienced a lot of during the first month was severe muscle cramps. I would literally wake up in the middle of the night with my calf muscle cramping up to the point where I would get up out of bed. And a tip that I have is to get up out of bed, socks off, and put your feet flat on a flat surface. Manage to put your entire foot flat, and that should help. But my cramps were so bad that the next day I would go to work and my calf would still be sore. It would literally feel like I had a ball in there. So that is because of your electrolytes. When you first go on a low carb diet, you lose a lot of excess fluid. All of this fluid gets flushed out from your body and it carries electrolytes with it. So this is the point where it might be good to reintroduce some water and a really good quality salt, and just put the salt in the water and drink it throughout the day. That definitely helped for me. You may also need to increase your potassium. Bacon is a great source of potassium. So I know that these symptoms sound terrible. And if there's any doubters watching this video, you're probably like, why on earth would anyone go on a diet like this? But I'm here to tell you that for most people in the world, unless you are an indigenous tribe untainted by modern civilization, many of us are really unhealthy. We may appear healthy, but metabolic health is much, much different than physical health. Somebody can look healthy, be skinny, be thriving, going out, socializing. Life is going good for them, but on the inside, they can be very sick. So, when you go on a carnivore diet, which is so drastic, some of us have never experienced this level of nutrition in our lives. So, when you go on a carnivore diet, your body is in shock. It is adjusting and adapting um, at its own pace. So you have to be patient and don't let this video scare you. You just got to be patient, and there are ways to do it, to do this diet that can make the transition a lot easier. I'm kind of crazy. So when I want to do something, I go full throttle, cold turkey style. But if you are a little bit older and your health is not doing so well and you've been eating crappy for a really long time, I would suggest transitioning into the diet slowly. I read online a really good tip is one, there's many ways that you could do it, but one way is to begin by throwing out all of the processed foods in your house, all of the fake food, all of the sugar, remove that, and now you're just left with real food, meat and veggies, right? And remove also the vegetable oils. So your cooking oils should now be replaced by animal fats, beef lard, beef tallow, pork lard, butter, ghee. That's what you should be using. If you're ready for the next step, maybe start cooking all of your breakfasts as full carnivore meals and do that for 2 weeks. And then after 2 weeks, maybe start cooking breakfast and lunch as full carnivore meals and slowly transition like that. Or you could also just increase the meat on your plate and decrease the vegetables. But my number one tip for everyone, it doesn't matter who you are, the first step I think should always be removing processed food and sugar from your kitchen pantry. Get rid of it, throw it out in the garbage where it belongs. During your first month, you're going to also experience some pretty awkward social situations, whether that means lunches at work, at meetings, gatherings with friends, birthday parties, and even the meals at home with your family members. This is such a crazy diet, even though it's the diet that we're all meant to be on, or we're all meat eaters essentially, but it's, frowned upon. It's misunderstood. It's a very misunderstood diet. This is, I believe, I kind of believe the carnivore diet is like ancient lost knowledge and we're just uncovering it again. But many people can't understand that. So you're going to have some tricky times in social situations. I found that a really good tip when I was first starting out, because my intention was only to do 1 month. I said to myself, I'm going to do 30 days and we'll see how it goes. So I started telling people at work that I was doing a keto diet. That's more socially acceptable than saying you're carnivore. You could say you're doing a keto diet, you could say you're doing low carb or zero carb, or you can say that you're doing an elimination diet to deal with allergies. What are people going to say to that? Probably nothing. No one wants to really get into it and ask you what kind of allergies you have. Or you could just say you're doing a carnivore diet, which is totally okay. Embrace it, but be prepared to, receive some controversy, some feedback. People are going to give you their opinions, and a lot of these opinions are coming from fear. So just try to understand the other person's perspective, and maybe just provide them with a little bit of information around the diet, why you're doing it, and I find it's also good to just say, I'm taking it 1 month at a time and I'm doing this for my health. I've done my research. I'm good. Thank you. Also, during this time, ask for support. Tell people that you need their support during this time, whether it's family members or close friends. I think it's always helpful to ask for help and ask people for their support during this transitional phase, which will definitely not be easy. Your real family and friends, they care about you. They really shouldn't care about what you eat. They should care about you. When I first went on the carnivore diet, my mom and my stepdad, they were supportive. I mean, they did think I was a little bit crazy, but they were super supportive. And with time, my results spoke for themselves. And now my mom's calling me 3 years later. Mom, if you're watching this, hi, I love you. My mom's calling me and telling me, Petra, I gotta go on that carnivore diet, man. My joints hurt. Every time I eat sugar, my joints hurt. I know it. I know you're right. Because she knows what she has to do. But if you would have asked her about this diet and how she felt about it when I first started, it would have been a different story. But just trust the process. The results will speak for themselves, and your true family and friends will be there to support you. Also, another point that I forgot to make in regards to feeling very, very tired, especially during the first 2, 3 weeks, take the time to rest. Take a nap. If you don't usually take a nap, now it might be time to. Your body is going through a lot. Your regular schedule may need to be adjusted. If you're used to going to the gym weekly, daily, you may not be able to do all of that the first week. So find another way to move your body. And my final tip for starting the carnivore diet and what to expect the first month is to keep a food journal. I never did this and I'm upset about it, and I want you to do it. And I want you to keep a food journal, but not just writing down the foods that you ate for lunch or breakfast or dinner, or maybe just lunch and dinner, whatever your meal plan looks like, but write how you felt that day. What was your mental state like? What was your physical state like? And when you're done, you could do it through a 3 month process. You can look back and you will be amazed at your results, especially if it's a difficult transition. You'll be so proud of yourself, and this is information that you can share with others and change their lives too. So that's pretty much it. I know it's a lot of, sounds like a lot of negative stuff, but it really is the it's like a catharsis in a way. You have to go through a little bit of, you know, rocky terrain to be smooth sailing. That wasn't a very good description, but I feel like you guys get my point. So, anyways, I hope this video is helpful. Let me know what your feedback is. Are you guys enjoying my informational videos? Do you want to see more recipes? I'm all here for it. And I also wanted to share that thanks to you guys, this channel, Ancestral Healing, has reached over 1 million views. What? That's crazy. It's amazing. I'm so inspired, and I'm just walking every day super, super happy because of you guys. So thank you so much. Have a great weekend. Enjoy these other 2 videos on the screen, and I'll see you guys next week.